Hey there everybody, MX here, and today we are taking a look at a LEGO Hobbit The Desolation of Smaug set. This is set number 79014, Dol Guldur Battle. It had 797 pieces and originally retailed for $70 in the US. I got mine for like 90-ish, I believe. But you know, with that piece, it seems like it's worth $80. But here is, this is side build of this stone right here, but you know, you just put in, I think it looks pretty good. This is bigger than I expected. You know, they have these nice, big broad plates. We have that nice coloring for the leaves in all the Dol Guldur sets. Some bricks, a hinge back here, and there's a secret to this. See that 2x4 plate? That's not a plate. It's a tile, and that is a 1x2 plate, and in there is a ring. That wasn't in movies, so in the Hobbit movies, so I don't know the significance to that, but like, the ring was definitely in the Hobbit movies, but not like in the statues. I think that could be a nod to Lord of the Rings or just something hidden to find. Again, we'll take a closer look at the figures in a second, but here's just the feel of the whole thing all together. And the reason I say that is I don't believe they exactly they don't say it's bad, they just don't tell you like it's really an option that they advertise in the instructions too much, but you can remove these. And then if you remove this piece, they pull right apart. Sorry about that. They're on just a number of hinges. So yeah, it is a pretty strong connection, which again is why they don't really recommend it. That's why they have these pieces just locking it. But I did want to say that each section is sort of on hinges, and you build the sections separately. So this plate even helps to connect it better. But here, this is one section, this door. These little halves with the hinges are two separate sections. This is one section, this web is one section, and the tower as well is one section. And this thing just fell right here. But yeah, so I just wanted to show that, you know, you can kind of customize this when you play around with the pins. Well, let's start with the actual entrance. So the back of that is fairly plain, got some teeth. I basically just showed the back, but here you see the gates. Those are nice pieces that open up, and we got some space for them to really enter in. Some stickers right there, these spikes that continue all around Dol Guldur. There's actually a play feature where you move this and a skull just comes falling down right here, and there's another skull right there. There's a total of, I believe, 6 skulls in this set right here. And you could do this and make the wall flat, but it's on hinges, so you can also do this, and I think this looks cooler as it's intended to be. I like the stairs a lot that go up here, and there's a sort of catwalk which we'll look at later, but we got some stickers. And see this torch which I showed before? When you turn it, it reveals the necromancer of Dol Guldur. And spoiler alert real quickly, this is Sauron. So yeah, that looks pretty good, and it turns just like that. Simple. They've done that for a bunch of sets, and you can see the space right there. There's really no place for a minifigure to stand once they get up that, but you have to imagine that that hole isn't there, or maybe you can imagine it is, since these are more ruins. But we got a skull, we got a spider, and then a little play feature. Yeah, the blade could come swinging at you. So we also have this, some more stickers in this tower section, and we'll take a look at the interiors when I flip this. But up top we have a skull cage, and there's a play feature to that. You can lower the thing as to rescue it, and sometimes if you're lucky enough, the chain itself will just come down, or if you wanted, you could remove that section on the hole like so. Comes off pretty easily, and then you can see really just the wreckage that's up there like so. But let's go ahead and turn this thing around. Sorry about that. But off to this side, this is the thing you push for the blade, as you can see. And then in the tower we have a little sticker down there, just hollow space, just the sticker. In the second floor a bit more, we have a barrel. Yeah, it's really dark in there. We have a barrel and one more sticker. And then the top has some jumpers right there, which you can hardly see, but you see these cylinder pieces, and that's because it's a second home for this. So yeah, you can have a little catapult right here. Put these on and then push hard. If you push harder, you know, it will come off, but let's just get that off. And yeah, it's on a jumper, so obviously it is recommended to be removable pretty easily, and this is what goes in its place if you decide to remove that. And if you pull this is the thing that you pull out to make that fall. And you can see some space here. There's the Necromancer of Dol Guldur right there. There's where the skull drops and get you a nice side angle right there. So yeah, you can get a good idea on how the catwalk really works. And try to move you up in there. That's how much space you have on that floor. So I think that I've pretty much covered the build for the set. So let's get into the figures because they're really good. So let's start with a piece of Dol Guldur itself. This is pretty nice. It's the statue. Nice torso printing right there. I think that it flows very nicely. And they use the brick, not the new skirt piece, since obviously this is an old set. A nice back printing and nice mono head. So yeah, this is just a nice figure in general. Here's another figure, and this is just plain weird. Everything is the same except the torso and the arms as the other skeletons. You got the legs, which you attach to the hip piece, which attaches to this, which attaches to the head. No back printing, but look at the torso. They have these little balls going out. Like the newer ones don't, I believe, really have this. They have a different design with bar skeleton hands, but here this just goes on mini ball joints. That's so weird. It does give a lot of different poses though, and a lot of nice posability, so that is a weird choice to me. But yeah, here's the skeleton, and I think they did a good job. I like the arms. It's just so weird compared to the standard skeletons. Here is the Necromancer of Dol Guldur. Everything looks fine, but the face, that looks better than fine. That looks great. I love that face print. It looks really creepy as well. No back printing, but I think that this figure is so inaccurate, but I still think that it's nice. Here we've got an orc, and these are the exact same, just the weapons are swapped, and this one has this nice armor piece which goes around the neck. Even the printing is the same, but the printing does look pretty good. We have a lot of bones, even back head printing, and I like this blade better than the one with the other one. And I pointed this out before. Tell me in the comments if I'm right or not, but I believe that these are good and bad orcs, and I believe that they are supposed to be, like, since they're in Dol Guldur, they're supposed to be this color, right? This whitish tannish color, like Azog and Bolg. So I don't know what's going on with the coloring on these. Here is Gandalf, and it makes sense to just go with like Azog first and then show him, but I want to save Azog for last. So let's take a look at him. No leg printing, staff, sword. I like seeing him with his sword. And this is the version without the hat, and so I like getting that hair piece. We have a beard piece right there. And if we can remove that, we can see the rest of it. We have an angry face right there and a regular face right there. And if you move that, we see some more printing right there. And I just wanted to show you how it goes together. It's the old styled cape, so none that gets real crinkly. But the cool thing about this is that I didn't notice this originally, but I have two Gandalfs, and one of them has a hat. And that causes it to only have one facial expression. This one has the hair, which covers the back face, so it can have two, and that's a nice touch. Here is Radagast, and this figure is just great. Staff is pretty standard, fair legs, that old cape, but look at everything else. Like, look at this awesome headpiece. It's not the soft rubber, it's not the hard plastic, it's like that hard head Yoda, which isn't hard head, like that hard rubber, which is a kind of letdown, but this I just love. We have this nice headpiece right here, that nice printing right there, and that's a separate piece. That little feather. You can see some more of his facial printing right here. There's this happy usual one. And look how detailed that torso is, even on the back. We have those little dots shaped like leaves, and because I don't want to damage the cape too much, let's look at that on the front because they even have more. Oh, that looks so good. Too bad most of it is covered away because his beard is over it or his cape is over it. That's a shame, but this is a great figure. Azog the Defier is a great inclusion. He has this nice three pieces brick built sort of hammer or club, nice leg printing, and sorry about that, but the torso printing looks very good on this one actually in the paint application. Just when the light hits it, it looks very nice. And I think that's, I want to remove this to show you that it is Lego, sort of like what they did with Chewbacca. I just moved him so I could get that off better, but we got some more torso printing right there. There's the back, and it's like what they did with Chewbacca. This is all one piece, but it's so accurate. Like, look at that. I never imagined they'd do something this great. That looks exactly like it does in the movies. It has those nice lines, and then look at that head. That shaping is great and all that printing. We got a nice hand right there since Thorin cut his old one off, and that's a nice thing right there, and then his regular hand. So yeah, well done, a great figure in my opinion. So in the instructions, which I'm showing in protest of Lego removing all of the other ones, you know, standard fare instructions, except the ads, which I'm showing since this is an older set. So just like the Dol Guldur attack one, or ambush, this is attack, which I've reviewed, go check that out. Instead of showing this set, obviously they're showing the other set and show the combination. And they moved Mirkwood Army right there, and Lake Town has a bigger spot, and I love Mirkwood Army. And flipping a page, we got the character sheet. That's always fun to look through. Coming I can't read that in a different language, but something 2014. And it says right here, it has the ring and then win. So they even had it back then, obviously. It's so weird to me that they don't like show the statue and the skeleton in the minifigures down there. They only show those 6 right there. And I really feel like nowadays Lego would do that. We have the nice Desolation of Smog box art with that darker colors, and I like the special effects on the box, like the lightning right there. Yeah, it's just a nice solid box right here. Here's the back where it advertises the play features, and a great set overall for $70. If you can find it for $90, I suggest you pick it up because it was worth $80. As you can see the price, the pieces right there, it has 797, which is around 800, which should go for $80. So pay $10 more for a 2013 5-year-old set, maybe now 6 by 2019, isn't that of a big deal, so I definitely recommend it. But that's it for this video. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon with a 100th set review, I hope. That's it for this video. Bye.